On these winds of victory ride emotions of a year, of work and sweat, guts, glory, and fear.
Put me on the 1 foot line and give me 2 minutes to go and give me all 3 of my timeouts and give me my boys. And then let me hear my name over the loudspeaker. Let me hear the roar of the crowd. Let me have them booing on one side. Let me get in and call plays, see the eyes grow as I call these plays and talk to them. Let me feel that.
Okay, welcome to this week's edition of the BarroomBlitz.com. Tape live in front of a Bud Light drinking audience tonight. It's me, Jim Casey, and I got Glenn Cheeks Keller, the Cowboy Warrior.
I was in the contest. I was this close to
losing. We went from Super Bowl to Super Flop, Cheeks.
Oh.
Cheeks, we're talking big game. The hype is over. 2 weeks.
I picked it right on the line.
Yeah.
Denver all the way.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Talk about 3 guys that had the Super Bowl completely wrong.
Can't even throw a first down in the first quarter. Come on, man.
Unbelievable. 43-8 ass whooping.
And it wasn't even that close.
It wasn't. The Seahawks took off the throttle.
It was unbelievable. They had like backup quarterbacks in at the end and stuff, didn't they?
Yes.
I don't know. Things were getting blurry for me.
Well,
I was having a tough time.
Were you struggling?
It
was a long day, Cheeks.
It was a long
day. We had a lot of stuff going on,
And Percy Harvin, as I predict, would do absolutely nothing.
He led the team in rushing.
It's great. How can an end around work twice like that? I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well, first, let's lead off. Safety, first play of the game.
That was a good start. That's how you want to come out of the box.
That's how you open up the Super Bowl.
And nothing else went good for him after that. I'll tell you.
Absolutely nothing. Straight downhill. Peyton Manning, he had nothing. Jeez.
No Omahas, no nothing.
They didn't need it at the end of the game. It was like, let's go.
Let's go.
Get open for me, please.
He was begging him.
I can't even explain. Everyone here was just like a total washed, the game. You weren't into it at all.
It was terrible. It could be one of the worst Super Bowls of all time.
I compare this one to the Chargers 49ers game. It was like 87-0.
Oh, yeah. When
Stan Humphries and Ricky
Humphrey,
Woodard scored 5 or 6 touchdowns in the game.
Yeah, that was a total blowout.
Yeah, that's the old Steve Young, get the monkey off my back.
Please don't start that. Don't start annoying me with people. But, what can you do? It was just...
Nothing worked.
Let
me see. The Legion of Boom, Cheeks, might be a name we've been talking about for a couple years as a dominating defense there.
I
don't even know if it was that dominating. It was so mistake-filled for Denver. They couldn't do anything right. Everything was short fields.
They didn't try to throw long. Well, they did, then it was intercepted.
But Peyton Manning had nothing on his balls.
No, absolutely
for being the greatest quarterback of all time. I can't even...
One of the greatest.
Well, he's way down on the list now, Cheeks, because he's not a big game player. He's 11-12 in the playoffs. That's 23 games, but still, not everyone usually comes out with a winning record. But
no.
I just don't see. It was so bad.
Well, he just
4 fumbles, two lost fumbles, an interception.
They couldn't do anything. They really couldn't.
2 INTs.
Couldn't get open. He couldn't find anybody.
Defense couldn't do anything.
The defense couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop.
You could have gave the MVP to anyone on the Seattle Seahawks yesterday.
That was ridiculous to give it to the linebacker.
Yeah, why wouldn't you just give it to the quarterback?
Exactly. That pass was like nothing. It wasn't like a great interception.
Yeah, it was a flutter.
Seriously, it was a Tony Romo.
But let me tell you that Seahawks got on Manning. He was chipped, picked, pushed.
He was all over.
On his hands, on his arms.
Welker was getting thrown around the field. Decker was getting thrown.
I didn't even know that Welker had 8 catches. I couldn't believe it.
I don't know where they were.
I don't know where they had it.
How many yards was it?
84 yards.
I'm sorry.
To start the game, the only one he was throwing to was Thomas.
Yeah,
he just kept throwing to Thomas.
The whole time. Yeah, Thomas the whole time.
He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 different receivers. And I guarantee it's all in the second half because they only had how many total yards in the first half? It was disgusting.
I was thinking it could have been a shutout. I really was. I thought this could actually be a shutout.
I thought so too.
Because there was just
and
nothing.
Seattle in the fourth quarter, you can thank Seattle, Denver, because they let you go.
Yes,
they let you off the hook. Because if Pete Carroll wanted to be a jerk, he could have scored 100 points, I think.
Oh, he could have really ran it up. But They had some class. There was some class over there.
Yeah.
Sherman had some class. He got hurt, though.
Sherman got hurt, so I think that kind of helped out.
Yeah, that helped out, right. Champ Bailey, he couldn't cover anyone.
No.
I don't know what they went after him right away, dude.
Yep. Yeah. It's like, it was brutal. I mean,
Yeah, it was
if
really.
you look at any of the stats, like, you can't compare any of the stats because it wasn't.
It was just the padded stuff.
At the end. It was all stuff right at the end.
Letting him throw, but I kept sitting there thinking, all right, now Peyton's going to get it together. Even when it was like.
Well, you think you come out second half, at least, get a stop.
I thought, here he
go.
goes. Yeah, he's going to. No,
right back, touchdown.
It just
kick
never
return.
happened. Yeah, that was horrible, too. Who did they have? I mean, they looked like they had a bunch of the Stooges down there trying to tackle them.
I can't explain it. Like I said, it was so far off, 43-8. I mean, obviously you take defense next time, Cheeks. We just go defense.
Who would have thunk it? That's what I didn't think Russell Wilson had the poise, and I mean the running game was there.
And he had a couple nice runs. A couple smart little runs on the outside.
Enough to keep the chains moving.
Yeah, he knew.
That's all you needed.
They were showing when that defensive end moved inside, which what's a defensive end supposed to do, Cheeks? Contain. Dude, you get caught in the inside, those big linemen. Yeah. All they have to do is push you.
That's what
they got your back in front of them. They just push you back.
He just rolled through. The announcers were like. They didn't know what to talk about.
They had nothing to talk about. It wasn't, it was no real outstanding performances by the Seahawks except for the defense, but it was all on short fields.
Yeah, it was. I mean, wow, bad game. All kinds of hype.
Yeah, 46.4 rating.
Really?
Yeah, the highest rated one ever.
It was till what? The fourth quarter. Then.
Right, but what do you think? Does that give kudos for a
What?
Cold weather Super Bowl somewhere else?
Oh, I think so. 49 degrees.
How lucky did they get with the weather?
49 degrees at kickoff. Third coldest ever. But it was
Cheeks, we woke up this morning to 8 inches of snow.
If only it would have started there and snowed like hell.
Oh, man. Imagine the traffic and mess they would have been in.
Who knows what the score could have
been.
The
halftime celebration and all that stuff. What do you think of Bruno Mars?
Bruno Mars sucks, all right?
I thought he was good.
I think he sucks. I think the Chili Peppers suck. I think they all suck.
How about the commercials? Anything stand out for you, G? I don't think the commercials are ranking there.
Yeah, they were
the Budweiser ones, of course. The Bud Light.
Was good.
I don't know why we weren't in the Bud Light commercial. We should have been in the limo.
I'm putting. That would have.
Or at least got to play ping pong with Arnold.
At least the Barroom Blitz boys at least show up a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Commercials. What was the one where they were they broke out all the old '80s, the raisins and everything?
Yeah, one of my store back.
That was pretty. funny.
Kid and play, stealing the computers.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. There was a lot of good ones. What I remember of them, I don't know. That was the highlight, watching the commercials. Actually.
Right. Well, that's it for football season, Cheeks. 22 weeks in.
What a way to end.
Yeah, you get all that hype, all that stuff.
Dallas could have played them better. I'll tell you right now. Eagles could.
A couple other teams could have played them better.
Anybody could have played them better.
What
you do got to remember Tom Brady's record-breaking year, right? They lost to the Giants.
Right. Well, we'll bring that up later.
Yes.
That will be our high five segment. So why don't we take a quick break? We're going to grab a Bud Light, and we'll be right back with some more Barroom Blitz.
.com.